This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
This is a book about labor management conflict in Hollywood. It concerns the attempt of the Conference of Studio Unions, CSU, a federation of craft unions led by painters and carpenters, to confront not only the major studios, but also a competing union, International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE, and its allies in organized crime. CSU went on strike in 1945 and was locked out in 1946. However, it fought its antagonists to a standstill in 1945. They were routed in 1946. The vanquishing of CSU erased progressive trade unionism for generations to come in one of this nation's most significant industries. CSU's enemies wielded one major charge, that the organization was led and dominated by members of the Communist Party. However, this allegation was wildly inaccurate. The CSU's leader, Herb Sorrell, was a painter and former boxer who appeared to have absorbed one too many punches to the skull. He was militant and fearless, but lacked tactical skills. He was publicly hostile to the Soviet Union, and insensitively clumsy in addressing the needs and aspirations of Southern California's African American population. Despite the fact that these actions were clearly not the hallmarks of communist leadership in the first half of the 20th century, the explosive cry of "Communist" effectively disrupted CSU's effort to win victories for its membership. The union's downfall amounts to a controlled experiment that demonstrates vividly that accusations of communism were not just designed to drive out practicing Reds with ties to Moscow. This it did, most definitely. But these bombardments were also intended to damage militant, non-communist labor, which suffered fatal collateral damage. With the latter ousted, the path was primed for management to seize greater control of the production process and garner more profits by reducing once powerful mastiff-like unions to the status of tiny, toothless terriers. The experience of Hollywood labor demonstrates that the Red Scare was in many ways an attack on militant unionism, conducted under the guise of an attack on communism. The strife of the mid-1940s was also important for other reasons. At stake was nothing less than control over an industry that was essential in forging people's consciousness. The titans of Hollywood had invested mightily in creating a star system that had captivated the imagination of millions worldwide who followed the doings of actors, on and off the screen. Hollywood was surely a dream factory, and these iconic actors lived lives that were the stuff of dreams as they instructed and mesmerized. But how would the multitudes respond to the sight of their favorite stars on picket lines, embroiled in a class struggle? How would the masses react when the Oz-like curtain of illusion was ripped away, revealing that the issues in Hollywood were not that different from those in Detroit, Pittsburgh, and other labor management battlefronts? Yet there was at least one significant difference. Class struggle in Hollywood could grab attention and provide lessons in ways unmatched by other labor capital conflicts. Other factors help explain the ferocity of the onslaught on Hollywood labor. The screenwriters, which did include a complement of communists, were indispensable in the production process. Though the Moguls sought to show otherwise, making a decent movie without a competent screenplay based on a sound idea was tough. Even in the digital era of the 21st century, dispensing with writers, unlike other guilds and unions, will be difficult. Moreover, screenwriters who were genuinely interested in intellectual exchange in foreign film were countered by Moguls who were desperately interested in constructing firm protectionist walls to keep international cinema out of the U.S. market. When the screenwriters, who actively fought against tariff walls that kept foreign films from U.S. audiences, were denuded of communist influence, it became easier for the Moguls to bar foreign films while conquering markets abroad. This protectionism provided a comfortable cushion of profitability that proved critical to the industry in the post-World War II era in the face of a stiff challenge from television, independent film producers, and a successful antitrust lawsuit that disrupted the vertical integration of Hollywood.